living large and taking charge, big boys.
Listen up, it's Dani and Tay, and we are heard. All right, hi guys, welcome back to episode 89 of Heard the Podcast. This is Dani without Taylor, because Taylor is dealing with some personal things right now. But I'm here with a special guest co-host. What's your name, special guest co-host?
Hi guys, this is Tommi. What's going on?
And Tommi, tell us about yourself before we get into the show.
So I am a singer, songwriter, overall entertainer from the DMV area.
Mm-hmm.
I have
She's
a song
been on
out.
Fox News, y'all. She's been on Fox News. She performs downtown in Chinatown.
I perform in Chinatown, DuPont Circle, Georgetown. And I've also performed at venues like Wolf Trap, the Kennedy Center, and Union Stage and Songbird, and the list goes on.
It hasn't been the Fillmore yet?
It hasn't been the Fillmore yet.
I feel like that did.
No, that was definitely on the goal list for 2020, but then, pandemic.
Yeah.
So, but it's such a pleasure to be on the podcast.
Thank you for joining me and being a guest. But yes, so you guys heard the podcast is available on all podcast streaming platforms. We are also available on YouTube, where we upload our full-length episodes and clips of the show. Make sure you guys subscribe to HER''D, the podcast on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, all those cute things. And girl, we a couple of our videos have actually reached over 2,000 views.
I know, that's right.
Every time we talk about like Normani or Chloe and Halle, our views shoot the fuck up.
I mean, it would make sense because, these are the hot girls of today, especially in R&B.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We can get into that. But then also, guys, you all can actually support Heard the Podcast on Anchor. And we have that support link on our Instagram page at Heard the Podcast, on our Twitter page. And you can also find that link on YouTube, I believe, under the description box in our videos. So you guys can support us via Anchor, because that's where we are sponsored. All right, so let's get into the show. Let me unlock my phone because I just put a lock on my phone. Anywho, so before we get into the topics, I want to shout out Jay-Z, because he made some serious money moves the past couple of weeks. So the first thing that he did was I think what did you hear about him?
I did. I actually went on to Twitter Twitter's like my news place now. But I went on to Twitter to see what was going on. Basically, how much did he make just this year alone? Was it 300 million?
I saw that his net worth like shot up 40% from the deals that he made.
Right. So apparently
his net worth, billionaire Jay-Z's net was from Forbes. Billionaire Jay-Z's net worth jumps 40% with sales of streaming service Tidal and his champagne brand. I think his champagne brand is called Armand de Brignac. I think I'm saying it right.
I thought it was Ace of Spades.
I don't think. I thought it was like a Moet.
Well, he has multi. No, it's Ace of Spades.
Okay.
He sold half of Ace of Spades to LVMH, which is also the same house company that Rihanna used for Fenty, for $300 million.
Mm-hmm.
Then he invested in Oatly, which is a new vegan. It's like it's milk. It's a type of milk, like I think it's almond milk or something, or cashew milk. But they're skyrocketing, passing the soy brand.
I gotta try Oatly.
Then he sold Tidal to Square
to Square, and that's all that. And
for $297 million.
Square is owned by Jack Dorsey. And Jack Dorsey is the CEO of Twitter, or the founder of Twitter. But yeah, Jack Patrick Dorsey is an American technology entrepreneur and philanthropist. He is a co-founder and the CEO of Twitter, and the founder and CEO of Square, a financial payments company. So Jay-Z got sold part of Tidal to Jack Dorsey. And then also, because the thing is, I thought Jay-Z sold Tidal completely. That's what I thought.
He sold it, and now that there's a partnership, he's also the board member on Square.
I know that's fucking right.
Within this year, what is it? It hasn't even been. It's been only 2 months.
He's so fucking inspiring because he also, I believe he also invested in some sort of marijuana brand. I'm not really sure on the specifics of that. Is that, and then also, I heard on the radio, but I forgot to look it up. So sorry, but I heard that he's trying to start some type of like credit financial plan where you get credit. Like your if you pay your Netflix and your Hulu and all that other shit, you get that helps your credit score.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. You know how far my fucking credit score would shoot up if I got credit for paying my goddamn Disney Plus or whatever the fuck I got.
Yeah, faithfully.
Sure.
Wow, that would be major.
Because honestly, I was just thinking about I was thinking about this like a couple months ago. I was like, damn, like I wish me paying Netflix and shit really helped my credit, because that's something that comes on my account every goddamn month.
Even platforms like Klarna and Afterpay, it doesn't go to your credit report unless you don't pay for it. And I mean, don't pay for it at all, like not like late payments or whatever. If you don't pay it at all, then it goes to the credit bureau, and it's just like, well, that doesn't make sense. I want to build credit
because it's a collection. But sometimes people be so ghetto. People will fucking take advantage of that shit. I know. I heard something about how someone took advantage of like Klarna or QuadPay or something, where they got the items and then they like filed a claim on their fucking card and like got the refund and then kept the shit. And
no way.
I'm like, y'all gotta chill out with that. But
that's not okay.
It's really
how do you feel about those platforms? Because it's basically a layaway type of thing, but you're getting the items immediately. How do you feel about that?
Just that whole thing in general?
Yeah, I
think it's a savior. Like this, what do you mean, like Klarna and like this, the whole idea of Klarna?
Yeah, the whole idea of like making payments on anything, basically.
Yeah, I think just for people like us in our financial class, I think that's like definitely something that helps us out when it comes to emergencies, because I feel like it's been a couple of times where Klarna has saved me in like unexpected emergencies. But I always pay it off on time because I know I'm gonna need it, so I don't really abuse that.
Right.
But I do wish that helped with my credit, because that definitely would help my credit score. Me paying that.
I think it was Raven Elise or the owner, the CEO of House of CB. She was saying that she was asking people's opinion, like should they add Klarna to their shop, and people were saying no, because it's teaching people not to save, or not to. It's teaching people not to save and not really value, learning how to save up for something.
That's what they said. That's what they said.
Yeah, they were saying.
I feel like they don't. When people say things like that to me, they don't really give a fuck about what you're teaching us, because you're selling us a fucking product. So you do certain things you do certain marketing things to sell the product. So why would you care about what you're teaching me to save? At that moment, like I don't really need to buy that shirt, but I want that shirt, but I don't need to buy it. But you're going to make pretty graphics and you're going to make pretty deals for me to want to go on your shop and shop.
I guess she was just trying to understand from a consumer's standpoint. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's always, there's always a pro and a con to everything. But like, I kind of get it, because you like, say, if you want to save for this, I don't know, designer item or something, like before you would have to forcefully save your money to save up for that item. It teaches you how to manage your money. But now that we have this platform, it's like, oh, okay, well, I don't got to say nothing. I just make payments on it, and then I already have it.
I think that I mean, yeah, to someone, yeah, I understand what you're saying. And yeah, someone would think that if they weren't disciplined, but someone that is disciplined, yeah, you can benefit off of the advantages of Klarna, but you also need to know that you need to save. Like, yeah, I'm using Klarna, but I also need to learn how to save because I don't want to have to use Klarna. I want to use Klarna if I want to. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah,
I guess it boils
you have
down
to
into the person.
the person, yeah. Because honestly, these things like Klarna and Afterpay and shit, like I'm sure that
it's gonna be the future.
Yeah, and also like those companies are benefiting. Even though like we're using that platform to make 4 easy payments. It's some scheme that they
the
got
company
scheme,
no
but
the
that
companies the companies are paying Klarna.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like everyone's getting a benefit out of this.
Absolutely,
if that makes sense. Yeah,
absolutely.
So. Yeah, but Klarna is my saving grace, child. I will tell you that.
I love me some Klarna.
Me too. It's so cute. With Klarna, I got some I earned some gift cards from that. Like I earned the Amazon gift card from that, and I earned another gift card from that. Like,
and now
they
so I just updated all of my apps, and now you can see what your limit is.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that before. At first I would just guess by what I was purchasing.
And if they let you do
but
it.
But now it shows you. And I'm looking,
my
I'm
shit
like,
said
what?
like 15, my shit said like 1,500 or some shit like that. I'm like, don't do that to me.
I was like,
do not play with me like that. Do not play with me like that. Ooh, and you can pay with Klarna in the store too.
Girl, mine went up to like two something, 2,000 something. I'm like, all right, y'all gotta chill out. Don't tell me that.
Don't do it. But anywho, okay, so on to the topic. We talk about Klarna all day because I'm finna use Klarna for some shit tomorrow night actually. But anywho, so on to the topics. There's a few things, and I love how this list that I made is very musical inclined, because I'm talking to a singer, a wonderful vocalist like you. So
thank you for that.
But first, so the first on the list though, I want to bring up Aries Spears. So Aries Spears is a comedian. He started off on Mad TV. If you guys are familiar with that, Tommi wasn't.
I wasn't.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not cultured, but I had no idea who he was. But I had to do some research, and he's a really, I guess, classic comedian. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's respected for sure. Yeah, and Mad TV was like, honestly, people would say that Mad TV was funnier than SNL. People would say that. Yeah, people would definitely say that. So Aries Spears, he posted a video on Instagram the other day talking about how he's not really pleased with the current state of hip hop. The same like he's saying like, everyone sounds the same, blah blah blah. And I'm gonna just play this clip real quick. Can you tell me if you hear it?
Boy, Aries Spears.
I can hear.
Okay, hold on. Here you go. Here's the clip right here.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Aries Spears, aka Old Head. Listen, I want to ask the young generation a question seriously. How is it that y'all don't get bored with the current state of hip hop and what y'all are doing to rap? When everything sounds the same, the melody the same, the beat the same, the cadence the same, the flow the same, everything auto-tune. From NBA Youngboy to Lil Baby to Rondo Quando, none of you sound different. There's no individuality or originality. Yo, what up?
Yeah. So, well, how do you feel about that? Agree.
First of all, that was hilarious.
I wonder what made him do that.
Man, I think he's just frustrated.
He probably got a niece or a daughter or a nephew somewhere that was, I don't know,
probably blasting some little baby.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
What I'll have to say is that I feel like with every generation, there's always gonna be, the old head saying, "Oh, all of this sound the same. All this sound ignorant." It's always gonna be like that. But I feel like right now, do I feel like people are running out of ideas? Yes. I started realizing that last year. when I was just really, last year, we couldn't really do much. So I really was taking the time to listen into music. And it's just like, wow, it's the same stuff. And talking about the same stuff. Yeah. And the same cadence.
Yeah.
Just different personalities and different artists. But here's another thing that I noticed something I did read in the comments of that post. The artists who are trying to step out and be different are always dying.
Ooh.
Pop Smoke.
Oh, because he
was making drill music. I mean, drill music was already popular in
London.
UK.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that he made it universal.
And he was dabbling into other styles too, that I noticed that before he passed away. But
yeah,
I definitely see where Aries Spears is coming from. I think I don't know if this was a Clubhouse conversation that I was in. I don't know, but I definitely agree with him.
And Clubhouse will definitely tell it because
yeah, girl. But listen though, because first of all, when I say I like YG, people always be like, ugh, I never heard anybody say they like YG. I don't know why people hate YG. I like YG a lot. But nah, so I was talking about how, because I like YG because he does the Cali rap that I like a lot. I love Cali rap. I love YG. I love Kamaya. I love Cali. Like, I like the way they rap. And so I was kind of annoyed because he released some song a couple months ago, and it's literally like a Pop Smoke ripoff, and he's not even the only rapper. He's not even the only. I'm talking about like with the cadence and like the whole beat of it, the drill, just the way the shit, the whole shit, right? And like he's not even the first rapper to like do that shit. But I get so annoyed. I got annoyed when YG did it, and I got annoyed when freaking ASAP Ferg did it. ASAP Ferg did it. It's this song called No Ceilings, I think. And I was so pissed. I'm like, why is ASAP Ferg doing this shit? Like mimicking this whole
really.
Yes. And the thing is with ASAP Ferg, I always favored ASAP Ferg over all the ASAPs.
No, hold on, wait a minute.
I feel like with ASAP Ferg's debut album, ASAP Ferg's debut album, Trap Lord, is the shit. And ASAP Ferg, to me, he did not sound like none of the ASAPs. None of the
Oh no, for sure. I love ASAP
None
Ferg.
Of them.
I love ASAP Ferg.
He had his own sound to me. That's what I feel
he did.
Like.
But I definitely have to hear that song because
girl, yes, please.
I didn't know he did that.
Ferg. I'm like, I get it, you want to sell, but nigga, come on, man.
Like
you did not just make a damn.
Maybe I gotta hear. I can't judge on that.
You did not sit here and make this damn 5-year foreign ass song, rapping like 5-year foreign with this damn drill beat. No, you didn't.
Oh my god.
No, you didn't. I was pissed. But
no.
Girl, you didn't hear that shit?
I didn't hear it, but I love ASAP Ferg. So if he did do that, maybe it was a paying homage. I don't know.
Ain't no homage. Stop it. No, he want to sell that song because that's the hot thing right now. That's the trendy thing. Just like how YG
Here's
did
the thing.
Here's
how I see it. With Pop Smoke, no one can sit up here and try to do his music.
They do try to do his music,
but I'm saying if they do, you're automatically gonna be
you're not succeeding in it, but they're trying. Yes, they're trying.
Not only not succeeding, but it's like you're already gonna be deemed a copy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you're trying to copy Pop Smoke. So like, but my thing, I guess, reverting back to the topic is that like they just keep dying.
Yeah,
and it's very unfortunate because I was really looking forward to hearing more from him, and then hearing the album that 50 Cent helped put together. It's just like it was amazing. It was amazing to me. So I don't know. I just feel like with artists right now, we need that artist to, especially when it comes to hip hop, we need that one artist to come out and just give us a new something refreshing.
I think also what's going on right now with this whole, like, I don't want to sound like old or whatever, but when it comes to this whole TikTok era, just the state of like music in general, a lot of times you don't have to have talent for shit. So, you don't have to have talent. So you're going to have someone write a song for you that's going to sound like
she's a rock star.
So you're going to have someone write a trendy song for you, and it's going to sound like what the trend is or whatever. So like, a lot of people don't have to have talent nowadays. You can literally wake up and be a rapper. You can.
Yeah.
You can.
You could.
Yeah. And
all
that's
it takes is that one person to make a TikTok dance to it, and it's a hit.
Yeah. I want to bring up Miley Cyrus. So I don't usually talk about Miley Cyrus that much. I've spoken about her when it comes to like the cultural appropriation and things like that, and how I always felt like she was always talented. I love me some Miley, even though I don't really agree with like certain things and certain things that she has said in the past, or just certain things that she's done unintentionally or intentionally. I don't know, whatever. But I always recognize her as as this like raw talent. I always thought she had a raw talent. And that's why I was like, I don't know why you don't have to do all of these stunts, Miley. You're really fucking talented.
I think that's really just her personality talented at this point. I really think
the things that she did. Yeah.
But I'm convinced it's just her personality.
Yeah.
She gives me Gemini vibes.
She's a Gemini?
No, I'm not saying she is, but she gives me Gemini vibes. She has to have Gemini in her chart.
Yeah, because every album is like a new phase. Like Bangers was her like hip hop, like quote unquote twerking phase, and then like she went country again, and then now she's like this Joan Jett sis. But anyway, so I brought Miley Cyrus up because so she was signed to RCA, and I didn't finish listening to Plastic Hearts, but what I've heard so far, I love the project so far. So to my understanding, the project did well. And I guess her contract was up with RCA. Instead of her renewing her contract, she went and signed with Columbia. And my only question was, I'm like, oh wow, she's still with labels and shit. Like she's not like independent at all in any way. Like what's going on? So I wanted to ask, like, your stance with like the whole like artists being independent or being signed, because with me, like I feel like Miley Cyrus is like a big enough star and an established enough star. I feel like she would be successful as like an independent artist to me. But I also understand the machine that comes with being signed to a label, how you could get this spot on this award show and you can get this budget in touring, or this budget in music videos, or this budget in getting shit produced and things like that. So I get that, but I was like, I just feel like, I don't know. I was like, kind of like, Miley Cyrus. So I mean, what you think?
I think that the reason why she's probably not going independent is because she probably doesn't want to use her own money. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it. But
you're still paying back that label, though. They're giving you that loan and you're still paying them back.
Right. You're paying them back through sales. You're paying them back through, tour ticket sales or merchandise ticket sales, or, views that you get on YouTube and things like that. But think about it right now, we're in a pandemic. There's no tours going on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's where, think about it, especially label artists, like just artists, period. They're making the most money from touring.
Yeah.
They thrive from touring. Ariana Grande thrive from touring. That's where they make the most money. They can't tour right now. Oh, you're gonna have to find another way. Like the money's gonna have to come from, the music selling and maybe the music videos, maybe a live stream of a performance where a certain platform is paying them. But like, other than that, it's no money coming in. So she probably realized, maybe her and her label or team realized, things are different now, as far as like, maybe she's not going to be touring as much anytime soon. And maybe Columbia gave her a better deal.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I'm not. I totally support being independent. I support it. But when you have a big platform like that, you kind of still need that machine to thrive.
I feel like Chance the Rapper made it like not cool to be like signed. I think that's what it is too.
oh, for sure. I feel like he made it. I feel like he made a pathway for independent artists to really show that like you can really do this on your own. you don't have to have a lot to do like a video or a project. You know what I mean? Just have some creative friends. Speaking of, I don't know if you saw Rico Nasty post the other day talking about her song "Smack a Bitch."
No, what happened?
So it's the highest viewed song on YouTube, and she said the budget for that was only, I think,
you said
300.
You said it's her highest viewed.
Yeah, it has 40 million views, and she said literally it was done on a stairwell.
Oh yeah, I remember that video. I'm like, damn, I was kind of mad at the video. I'm like, damn, this girl's just in a damn hallway.
But it has the most views, and the budget was only, I think, $300 to $500. I think $100 to $500. I can't remember, but like something small like that. And it's like, it just goes to show, if you are an independent artist, you don't have to have like a grand budget to really
you have to be talented and have to produce something that everyone likes.
It really all boils down to your personality and how you're.
But yeah, Rico Nasty, she's not independent. She's signed to Atlantic. She signed to Atlantic, and I actually was watching this BET. BET did this little mini documentary on her. I forgot what it's called. They did one on her, and they did one on Partisan Fontaine. It's on YouTube right now. But she was just talking about certain things, and she talked about how she got signed. She was like, yeah, she said that's what she talked about, how why she decided to be signed.
Yeah,
like she said it. She was like, yeah, I respect independent artists, but if you can get signed and they offer the right deal to you and all that shit, do it.
No, that it totally makes sense. But even when you get signed, you get a budget.
Oh yeah,
you get a budget, and I feel like that was one of the smartest moves. Like literally, you can have a budget, and they can offer, like the label can offer you a whole team to work with and offer you this, but before you're signed, if you were already working with a certain amount of people, you can make an agreement to still work with those people. You see what I'm saying? And have them eat too, and literally still use 1/3 of the money that was given to you. So like, it can go both ways. Independent, have a distribution deal, or actually sign. Like it's all about what works for you, depending on what you're building already for yourself.
What works for you and what's meant for you. Because a lot of people, don't really make it without that machine behind them, honestly.
Right.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Interesting.
I love me some Rico Nasty.
Me too. I would have to listen to that Miley album though.
Listen, like I will say I will have whatever social issue I'll have with her, but Miley Cyrus, like, she is talented. Like, I will always give her that. And it's raw talent.
She's very talented. She just blows me.
And Bangers is actually one of my favorite projects. I love Bangers, even though she was doing some nonsense around that whole like album rollout. Like, Bangers is such a good project. It's such a good project, y'all. It is.
I don't think I've ever listened to a whole project from her.
Listen to Bangers. Listen to Bangers. She got Britney Spears on it. She got Nelly on it. Pharrell done produced some songs. Michael Maida done produced some songs. She has some ballads on there. Like, that's a good ass project. All right, y'all. So
interesting.
I'm gonna move on to this next bullet. All right, so girl. So you saw the video of Matthew Knowles with it's let me see, because it's so funny, because he was at a damn radio station in DC.
Oh my god.
It was I think it was 93.9 or 90, girl.
I believe
I think it's 93.9, yeah, but it's Leah Henry. So I think it's Leah's Lemonade. The segment is called Leah's Lemonade, and she was interviewing Matthew Knowles on Instagram Live. And before I play this clip, I just feel like the thing is, it's just so tired in general, the whole Beyonce, comparing anyone to Beyonce, that it's tired. But then also, like, I just feel like, and I understand she's a reporter or she's like a media personality. I was like, sis, like, why did you even why you ask this question? I feel like this question didn't need to be asked to me. Anyway, I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna play the clip for you.
Somebody is an idiot.
Okay.
Somebody is an idiot enough to compare her to Beyonce talent-wise?
They say she's literally like a young Beyonce in the making.
I'm talking about Chloe Bailey.
Are you telling me someone's an idiot enough to compare her to Beyonce talent-wise?
She's very talented, but Beyonce's a
yes or no? Are there people saying her talent is equal to Beyonce? They're an idiot. Period.
Well, there you have it.
Well, there you have it.
That's actually insulting to Beyonce.
Woo. Okay, so before I let you talk, this is the other thing too is people put too much weight in what random people on the internet have to say. Like, because that was essentially what fueled that fucking question, that fucking statement. Like, people put way too much weight in random Twitter users. Go ahead, Tommi.
Okay. Girl, I feel like, so who asked the question?
Her name is Leah. It's from 93.9.
So Leah asked the question.
Either 93.9
do you
or
think
99.5, y'all. I don't know, my bad. But it's 93, one of the DC stations.
I don't think it was either, because I've never heard of her.
No, she does. She is. No, she is. I actually, when I be driving out here, her little segment.
Oh, okay.
She usually comes on in the evening time.
So here's the thing. So I don't think, of course, always comparing Beyonce it is tired. But because, Beyonce signed these young ladies, I feel like it's going to be a redundant question. Like, oh, for the girls, I'm like, oh, how does it feel to be signed on Beyonce? Does Beyonce coach you on this? Da, 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 da. So of course, she's, whoever this interviewer was, she's going to ask Matthew Knowles, like, how do you feel about Twitter users comparing, saying that Chloe Bailey is the young Beyonce.
And that's his daughter too. Like, that's weird. This is the thing. If I ever get the chance to interview Chloe and Halle, I damn sure would not bring up nothing about Beyonce. I wouldn't. I swear I wouldn't.
But the thing is that I feel like they're gonna ask questions about that because that's his daughter, and those are two young ladies that she signed. You know what I'm saying? So as an interviewer, to spice things up, they're gonna do that.
My whole thing is, as an interviewer, find a more clever way to have an entertaining interview, because they all do that same shit.
Well, it sure was entertaining because it's on the Shade Room. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, good publicity, bad publicity, it's still publicity. It got it on the Shade Room. It's on the blogs. We're talking about it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But my thing is, one, I feel like there's a way to praise someone without making the other person that's being compared look so small.
Yeah, because like him saying that, or just his reaction to that, definitely downplay. And first of all, Chloe and Halle are very fucking super.
I feel like talented. They're gonna be.
They can play 50 instruments, and Chloe produces most of their songs on their projects. They write most of their shit. Like, they're super duper fucking uber talented. So it definitely downplayed their talent. And then on top of that, Chloe is a totally different artist from Beyonce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you think? Why do you think that they even did that? Like, you think because Chloe shows like a little bit of curves that they want to see Beyonce all of a sudden?
I think it's just the Chloe has a bit more sass. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
On stage, Chloe has a bit more sass. So I kind of could see why they would, people would spur up some questions like that. But my thing was, like, I love Matthew Knowles and like what he's done to build help to build Beyonce's career and the Destiny's Child era and everything. Mm-hmm. I like, as a parent, like, that's amazing. But you can also see how it gets a little bit excessive. You know what I mean?
Excessive, or like blurred, or
no, excessive, like, obsessing over the fact that, like, this is something that he created or was a part of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can, but then again, I don't know. I can't really speak too much on it because he is a parent. I don't know what it's like.
Like he made her and he made her.
Yeah,
is it like that?
No, I think it's more so like he helped to create her, help with her career. And it's like, it's like from a parent's point of view, this is the best thing. This is the absolute best. My daughter is the absolute best. How dare you?
She is the standard. Yeah.
And it's true. It is true. Beyonce is the standard. So it's like, how dare you even try to compare anyone to my daughter?
He said that young lady. and I didn't say the whole.
But so like from a parent's point of view, I understand it. But the fact that he had to belittle Chloe is like, that was not necessary.
And Holly was like tweeting little subs about it.
Oh, yeah, Holly. Yeah, she just.
Because literally every couple days, this Chloe and Holly.
Chloe's always
something happened. And one reason why I said that we need to stop putting value in random Twitter users is because that wasn't the whole clip. I saw another part of that clip, and another part of that clip when she was like asking him that question, she was saying like, yeah, like people said something about like her, if she played her in a biopic, she could play in a biopic or whatever. And like he said, you talking about a movie. But you talking about in real life. What are you talking about? That's when she was clarifying and stuff. But like, who said? I never heard anybody say that Chloe could play Beyonce in a damn biopic. Who said? It's just people. We bring value into. We highlight randoms. We just highlight random shit. I'm like a biopic.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I feel like, but
would that even work?
Twitter's becoming the new news. Twitter's becoming the new blogs. Twitter's like. You have like you can say anything and it'll be praised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So girl.
We're on the same page though.
I feel like that it just wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary to insult, but from a parent's standpoint, I get it. But from it just wasn't right to me.
I think
it just wasn't right to say. He could have said it in a different way.
I think he could have taken the high road completely, saying like he could have just like laughed it off and said like people will say anything. He could have just said that because he's been in the music industry forever.
But so, like, he's always been very aggressive when it comes to his daughter.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to his children, like do not play. Don't even try to talk about my kids. Don't even try to downplay my kids. Like they're the best thing. Like. So like I said, excessive. You know what I mean? And it's understandable because he's a parent, but like he
trained them. He trained them. He had them jogging around in a circle singing shit.
Absolutely. And like so and another thing is like he knows, firsthand in and out of what it takes to even build a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I could understand why where the frustration was coming from. Like I don't think that's a question that should have been asked, or if it was supposed to be asked, it should have been asked in a different way,
or not asked at all. Just
or not asked at all. But
the way it was just, if you wanted to bring up Beyonce real bad, find another way to bring up Beyonce, but don't bring it up to someone else's expense. And then also him just reacting to it the way he did was just like. That young lady, really? Her?
I could have just said,
peasant?
But yeah. Oh, I mean, it was kind of sounding like that, like, but it was a little unfortunate.
Yeah, but he do be riding for his kids.
You would think though that he would, be extremely pro Chloe and Halle.
Because he usually recognizes talent. But I guess when it comes to Beyonce, like his Beyonce is like you can't really see straight.
I really would I'm a little interested to know what Beyonce and Matthew Knowles' relationship is like.
You know that she like sue him or something or fire him.
She did sue
something
him.
Something happened with something.
She did sue him, and she did
they
fire
had a phone
him.
Conversation about this though. I'm sure. She probably gave him a phone call, or she definitely probably gave Chloe or somebody a phone call or something, because those are her artists and stuff. So I definitely,
but I
definitely
just
think there were calls
wonder,
made.
like, does he support Chloe and
I'm
Halle?
sure that he recognizes their talent. And I'm sure
but
that's
it's
like the priority for him. Like I definitely think that for sure.
You know, I guess I'm seeing it as, you know, if you see that your child is this superstar, you will want to support every little thing that she does.
I think he supports them.
But that's just, then you wouldn't say something like that. That's just off.
I definitely met them.
I feel like
maybe
you just, if that's the case, then you wouldn't talk about it like that. You know what I mean? That young lady, like, you just, I don't know. It's a deep situation. I don't want to speak too much on it because I like Matthew Knowles. If I were to meet him, like, I would love to get some advice from him. Just
he's done with the music business. That's why he was like going on that little press tour. He was like announcing his like departure from the music industry or whatever the fuck. So,
but I feel like he's very knowledgeable about how to develop an artist. So maybe there's something that he knows that we don't know. I don't know.
I love the way that he talks about Solange too.
Yeah.
Like he will always say
like he ride and die for his kids.
Yeah, like I loved how he because people at one point people would ask like, well, oh, why didn't Solange get into Destiny's Child when they had that whole little group
apparently I did read something somewhere where it said that Solange was supposed to be a part of Destiny's Child.
Kept saying no. She kept saying no. She didn't want to be.
She didn't want to do that because she wanted to be her own artist.
Yeah, and that's why she named the album Solo Star. Her first album, yeah. So she didn't want to be in it, and he, you know, him and Tina were always like, yeah, Solange, she's always been different. She's always been her own girl. The way she dresses, this, that. So they definitely, I love how they, you know, show their affection to both of their kids equally when it comes to the public eye.
Yeah.
But anywho, on to the next child. Ooh, because that was just like. So, on to the next. I think it was earlier this week or late last week, Megan Thee Stallion released, or Harper's Bazaar released Megan Thee Stallion's cover story for their March 2021 issue. And people, including me, at first glance of the cover shoot, you know, we weren't really pleased. We were like, what's going on here? Like, why do I see these bags under her eyes? And why is she like, where's the glam? What's going on? So that was my initial thought when I first saw her cover and her spread and stuff like that. But I think they were going for like the minimal look and the artsy type expressionist type shit, whatever the fuck, right? But I definitely think that to my understanding, the photographer was white. And it was a really big uproar on how, like, you know, white photographers don't capture Black women on these magazine covers properly, this and that. But I definitely will say that what bothered me about this definitely was the angles and you know, in the coloring of it all. You know, I just feel like I think I understand like what you're trying to go with, like what theme you're trying to go with, but you still need to cater to the person's features. And like when it comes to Megan's features and things like that, I feel like certain poses weren't very flattering, but maybe they were trying to be opposite. I don't know. I just think that I just feel like it just didn't really work for me in my taste. That, and then also just like the editing of it and the color, and you know how the background can drown out the color of the person and things like that. There was a whole clubhouse about that as well. But what do you think?
I feel like this has happened time and time again. I believe another person was Kamala Harris. When she was on the cover of Vogue, they hated how she was dressed, and the whole just the whole output of the whole cover was really bad. Another person was Simone Biles, and it's just happening time and time again. And it just goes to show that we need more Black creatives in these offices. in these creative rooms for Vogue and Harper's Bazaar and Mary Claire and what have you, because they know how to
I feel like when
accentuate.
When it comes to
hold on, they know how to accentuate, you know, the melanin skin. Period. They know how to do that.
I think the main issue is like the high fashion publications like Vogue and Harper's Bazaar and things like that. I don't really get that issue from Marie Claire and like Elle and shit like that. I don't think that's really an issue when it comes to publications like that. But when it comes to like Vogue and the high fashion, Harper's Bazaar and whatever, that's where it gets kind of problematic for people. And another thing is in the,
because this is not the first time that Megan has had this issue.
Oh, really? What other publication?
The other, what was it? Let me type it in. Give me 1 second.
Because her GQ spread was amazing. Her Marie Claire spread, I like that too. What other magazines does she have? A lot of her other magazines I liked.
It was with my favorite photographer, actually.
Who?
It was for Fader magazine, and it was for my favorite photographer, Renelle Medrano. I don't even know if I said her last name right, but Renelle is also dating A$AP Ferg. Anyway.
Oh, she's Dominican, right?
Yeah,
she's a photographer.
I've been following her. Yes,
I've been following her. She was a stylist.
No, she's a photographer.
Oh,
I've been following her since Tumblr days. But anyway, this shoot happened, and
was when Megan was wearing that blonde wig.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of people didn't like it, and it was because of the edits. But the thing is, the way Renelle does her photography and the production set, it usually looks like this, but it doesn't work for it's not for everyone. So for Megan, it just didn't work for her. It didn't work for her at all. It didn't. Like, I feel like Renelle's look is for it's like for like Slick Woods type of models, or like if Rihanna were to shoot with Renelle, like it would be popping. But it's happened. This is the second time this happened for Megan. But my thing is, for Harper's Bazaar, is like, you saw these photos, you should be able to have a say.
Yeah.
You and your team should be able to have a say and say, listen, you could see my smile lines. Because that's the first thing I noticed when I saw the cover.
I saw them.
You can see her smile lines. And it's like, that's a makeup issue.
Yeah. That's what made me you said two things that I brought up in the Clubhouse. So when you said what's her name? What's except for her girlfriend name again? Rachel? Renelle. Yeah. So you said that certain things will work for like a Rihanna or a Slick Woods or whatever. And like those girls, they have something.
It's just abstract. You know what I mean?
Right. What I'm saying is those girls have something, Rihanna, that's what I was saying in the Clubhouse, because like you don't have that issue with Rihanna when it comes to any magazine cover ever. But what I'm saying is Rihanna she has like a model-esque look to her. Slick Woods has a model-esque look to her. And that's why I was like, that's another thing that came into my mind. I try to go in at all angles. I'm like, so is there something wrong with me and why I feel like someone with Megan Thee Stallion's features doesn't look flattering with this certain thing? Or like, is something wrong with me? Why do I have a problem with her features? Because her features match closer to my features. I have a big nose like her. I got big lips like her.
No, I don't think that's it, because
but I'm gonna be
honest.
Hold on, but that's what I brought up. Like that was my whole thought process. Like I went down a whole list of like possibilities. I tried to look at the whole scope of things. It was that, and then also another discussion piece that was in the Clubhouse was the team. So of course, like she worked with the white photographer, but usually Megan Thee Stallion's Instagram pictures look way better than that damn magazine cover.
Of course, because it's her team.
Exactly.
Editing.
But what I'm saying is, I'm like, okay, did she not want to step on any toes? Because a lot of times when it comes to those publications, they give you the makeup artist and the photographer and this and that. Did she not want to step on anyone's toes? Did she not want to speak up? Did she not want to do? That's what was going through my mind as well, because I don't think did Kalan do her hair on that cover? I don't think so.
I have no idea.
I don't think his name was in the thing.
But here's another thing too, because I'm seeing another photo of her in a black bodysuit with the leather belt, harness belt.
That's another thing.
And the outfit and the shot, like her skin looks great.
I like the flowy yellow number she had. I like the flowy yellow number.
Hold on. On this particular photo, the problem is that in this photo, everything looks great. Even the editing looks great. It's her body language.
Yeah, Kalan did do her hair. Yeah.
My thing is, like, I see what she was trying to do with it, but in this moment, I understand it's Harper's Bazaar, so like you got to do something extravagant or abstract with your body, but like not that. You have to, at the end of the day, you are you, and you need to, pose how you've been posing. If that's what's comfortable for you, then that's what you do.
And she tried to go on Twitter and was trying to like make it seem, girl, I didn't believe anything she was saying. She was just like, I love not being in glam all the time. I liked this look. I don't want to be about glam all the time and blah 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 and this and that.
Well, then that's like understandable. I mean, I get it. But I mean, if you're not,
I didn't believe it because she's always in glam and she loves to wear her makeup.
But she's wearing makeup. It's not that she's not wearing makeup.
But no, she said full glam. She said full glam. Like you know how Megan Thee Stallion has her glam.
Yeah.
The eyeshadows, the lips, the contour, the highlights, all that shit. Like she does that all the time, even on her Instagram page. So like I feel like I just didn't believe that. I think she was just trying to like save face when it came to the cover art, whatever. Fuck, I don't care. I love Megan Thee Stallion, but like I just didn't believe what she was saying with that. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like
other shots that look.
The angles were bad. The lighting was bad. You can't use certain colored backgrounds on certain skin tones. Like it washes her out. But then again, I'm like, okay, is there something wrong with me and like why I feel a way about this look?
I feel like we're becoming so used to this airbrushed look and filter look that we don't really like when we see a natural face. It's odd now.
I don't agree with that.
Well, for me, that's how I feel. I feel like when you see a natural face, it's just even with one time there was this it was a picture going around of Aaliyah. And somebody had to slam that picture because it was an airbrushed like filter. They put a filter on her face, and they were saying, "Don't put no filter on Aaliyah's face. She was naturally beautiful before that filter." Like y'all so, caught up in this filter world where we don't even know what people really look like anymore. That's a problem.
I feel like that even goes really, really deep into what we consider beauty and then like the false European beauty standard and all that shit. Because again, like Megan has a bigger nose and she has more of like a broad feature about her. And you know what I'm saying? With Aaliyah, she was light skinned. She had soft little baby hairs. Her nose was skinny. You know what I'm saying?
But even still, somebody felt the need to add a filter to her. So even going back to Megan, the fact that she did this shoot and it's not a whole bunch of airbrushing, we know what we're used to seeing on a magazine cover. So when you were saying, oh, is it me? That's where I'm also seeing it. Cause it's like, well, is it, I don't like this cover, but maybe is it me because I'm used to seeing an airbrush on magazine cover of women. You see what I'm saying? And maybe she was trying to try something different and really not go for a full glam look, but it just it didn't work because now majority of the world is seeing it as, oh, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Where's the airbrush? Where's the full glam? Where's the filter?
Me looking at this damn Fader cover, I remember how Megan Thee Stallion, she had a lot of trial and error when it comes to her glam, her makeup and stuff like that. She had a lot of trial and error.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think with what's her name again? Renelle.
This girl saying Rachel.
I don't know why I keep saying Rachel. Yeah, like even with this whole thing, she did like the whole like Polaroid type of vibe, like the whole like extra saturated exposure vibe with the flash camera shit. Like with the flash, you see that her makeup don't match her skin tone.
Yeah,
it's showing it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And then the bra looks, one of these pictures, the bra looks too small. Her boob is spilling out. You can tell the bra too small. Yeah. Yeah. She just has a different body. Like she doesn't have the Rihanna, but she doesn't have a Rihanna body. She has a real body. Like she has like a full figured like body about her. And that's what people aren't used to seeing. And they just like use Rihanna and everybody else, all the other skinny girls as the standard.
Yeah. I feel like also, but in Renelle's case, if you look, because I follow her, so I always see her photos. If you go to her Instagram and see what type of art that she does, like as far as picture taking and like the production set, she doesn't use the average, model type of looking person.
Let me see, what's her page?
It's Renelle. That's her name.
I don't know.
Renell.
Renell. Renelise. Her is Renelise. Renelle Madrano.
Yeah.
Okay, her username is Renelise.
Ice. Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Oh, that Garage Mary J. Blige cover is cute.
So you see what I'm saying? It like she does different types of shoots. Maybe for that particular one, they were going for like a, in the ghetto,
cultured.
Like,
I love this. Oh no, I was reading the magazine. It's a magazine called Culture that Issa Rae. She shot it for. She did some really good Issa Rae photographs.
Yeah, so like you could kind of tell like the image that she be going for, and maybe it just didn't work for Megan, or maybe Megan's the problem. You see what I'm saying? Like,
what you mean, though?
Maybe, like, you see how most people like are versatile with different sets. Maybe she's not that versatile, and that's something she has to learn over time as far as taking pictures.
See, and that brings me back to the whole like standard of beauty and why you say that she's not versatile, because you think someone else.
No, I'm saying you're like the personality that you're giving has to be versatile. If you're gonna go grunge, you need to have know what kind of attitude to give when you're giving grunge. If you're going Marie Antoinette, you need to have the little style and grace to be doing that. If you're giving Megan Thee Stallion, but I feel like she's giving Megan Thee Stallion all the time.
Okay.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But then if that's the case, the team that she's going to be working with is going to have to know how to create a set specifically for her.
Yeah, and that's why she needs to bring her own team with her. She needs to bring her own, the people that photograph her Instagram page and stuff. She needs to bring them on as her team, because with Cardi B would never. Cardi B stayed with the Tokyo Styles and the damn Erica La Pearl and whatever photographer she's used to using, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
I mean, even Cardi had that issue though. One time with
what?
This was with Vogue.
Vogue.
It was Vogue.
No.
Yes.
Vogue?
Yes.
She was on Vogue earlier.
She posed with Culture.
The head thing. Oh yeah, that was fucked up. I remember that. Yeah, I didn't like that.
And they also dropped the bag on Ariana Grande.
When
she posed with her puppy.
That was a fumble. Let me Google that real quick.
Hold on. Yeah.
Maybe because the dogs were cute. Hold on, let me see. Ariana Grande, Vogue. Oh God. See now,
I don't know if it was
even
Vogue.
the Italian girls ain't safe. Let me see.
I just think
they made her look a little tanner. Oh, and they tried to say she was doing blackface because she was tan.
Yeah, something like that.
And she was like, "I'm Italian, y'all." Like the fuck. She's the white
woman.
But
ultimately, I just maybe Vogue needs to add some more.
Or maybe Vogue's overrated, Tommy. Maybe Vogue's just over fucking rated.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Maybe Vogue's overrated.
No, I feel like Vogue has definitely over the years like built up their name. I don't think so.
Oh, I'm not
like you think
they didn't build up. I'm just saying like I'm not like fucking with their credibility. I'm just saying like mistakes like this. I don't know. I'm not dissing Vogue. I was just like,
no. I get what you're saying, but I feel like with Vogue, I feel like, when you keep the same team, the same people overlooking the same stuff.
Yes, Teen Vogue.
I feel like sometimes you got to add new people for the times. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different era right now.
Or just have like a black. If when it comes to the black girls, just have a black creative team. Because this Zendaya Vogue cover shoot is amazing.
Yeah. So it's like a hit or miss sometimes. It depends on who they bring together for that particular shoot. And I just feel like the overlookers, they don't, because they're also, I guess, old fashioned. I don't know who's in there in the offices who overlook stuff before it gets printed, but I feel like it's been the same people for years, and they're not looking at what's new.
Somebody said that Anna Wintour needs to hang it up. That's what somebody said in Clubhouse.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I just hope Megan, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Megan just became big.
Yeah.
I think we need to cut her some slack.
So for how long though, Tommy?
I don't know how long. I mean, but if you think about it, like we're expecting like all of these new artists to just have it all together automatically. It just doesn't work like that. You gotta give them time. Look at I hate to compare them again, but look at the Mariah Careys, look at the Beyoncés, look at the
I don't think, well, at least for me, from what I see, I don't think that we want like, every new artist to have it together first time around and have it together automatically. I think that when it comes to people that have big budgets and big pushes behind them, like Megan Thee Stallion clearly has a big budget and a big push behind her. So when it comes to certain mistakes like teams and choices and things like that, we're like, sis, like, why is this an issue? You know what I mean? Not me specifically.
Yeah, but then again, there were times when, even Beyonce had some covers or performances where she did not look good. Let's be honest. Makeup not matching. The wigs. But the thing is, we didn't have a platform like Twitter where the whole world now because before it was just media like People or Us Magazine or Entertainment Tonight. You know what I'm saying? Those were the platforms. But now we have something like Twitter, Instagram, where the whole world has something to say. The whole world is nitpicking little things. And I just feel like, we need to cut Megan some slack. Let's cut her some slack. Do they need to get it together? Hell yeah, they need to get it together. But she just starting. Her career just got big. What, 2019, 2018?
2018, 2019. She just got mainstream. She just got that notoriety. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. So on to other. I think it's one more thing, but it's a little loaded. So did you see how Taraji P. Henson spoke out about her role in Benjamin Benjamin Button, and how she was extremely underpaid, how she asked for $500,000, but she only got 100K, I think 100 one is either 100 or 150K, and then but like essentially it trickled down to 40K for her because she had to break off with her team and her lawyers and things like that. And you know, Benjamin Button is a movie. I think that Taraji P Henson actually won an Academy Award from her role, I believe, or she was nominated
as a supporting
actress. Yes. And that movie actually grossed over $300 million in the box office.
Wow.
So that's just a very specific example of how Black women are undervalued and underpaid. It's one specific example out of many. But yeah, so let me see if I can pull up some audio real quick.
Me and my team felt like we had finally gotten to this place where I could ask for $500,000. Couldn't get it. Like what I was asking at that time of my career was fair. I was gutted for the whole. Wow. When it was all said and done, I got $150,000. Break it down to you because I don't want people to ever think that I'm ungrateful because that is not me. Once Uncle Sam takes his 75, then I got another 30 that's coming off of that 75. So I may have made 40,000. Me and my team felt like we had finally gotten to this place where I could ask for $500,000.
Yep.
And wasn't it Tyler Perry who paid her first, I believe, $1 million deal?
I don't remember hearing that, but I do believe you. And that's one thing too, girl. Me and Taylor, this is the thing with Tyler Perry. Like I admire Tyler Perry for his work ethic, his integrity, his value, his morals. But we always critique like because it's some Tyler Perry projects that's like, and that's kind of problematic if you really look into it. But I will say this: he does give Black people a fucking job, and that's what I will appreciate him for. And that's why I appreciate him for doing this with Taraji. So even whatever I have to say about Tyler Perry and his work, I will always bring it around to just him being a blessing to like Black culture and just Black creatives and all that shit.
I'm just very shocked at the fact that she eventually only got $40,000. I've watched that movie about 10 times. She did her thing in that movie. Like she gives her all, and it's just very disappointing how time and time again that this is happening to Black creatives, Black artists, Black actresses and actors. And it's like, I mean, that was years ago. Maybe now, maybe things are different, but it's just very unfortunate. Yeah, that it has to be a Black man, to finally pay her worth. Yeah,
and very, very devastating. Unfortunately,
you would even think after a $300 million gross that they would at least pay her more.
Circle back around or something. Yeah. But girl, I mean, I'm sure she didn't run into that same problem of progressing because like she's like, look, I got this award now under my belt. Play with me if you want to.
Right.
But then again, it's like this is her career. This is her bread and I think this is her bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching Taraji P Henson way back. She was on Smart Guy. She was on Smart Guy. I think she was on Smart Guy and she was on Sister Sister. I remember seeing Taraji way back.
I heard Taraji audition for Babs.
I believe it, girl. You know what? When it comes to Black Hollywood and Black female roles, all the same Black actresses audition for the same roles. They said it. Gabrielle Union said it. I think she was like, yeah, like, was it Gabrielle Union or it was one of the Black actresses that said it. She's like, yeah, we all go out for the same roles. We all see each other making good.
And
Nia Long, they all see each other in that room.
Interesting.
Auditioning. Because it's like the thing is, Megan Good said that because
and she also auditioned for I don't know if you remember this old show where they were trying to put this girl group together and Nicole Schwarzenegger, is that how you say her name?
Scherzinger.
Scherzinger, thanks. Scherzinger was also, that was the first girl group she was in. That's how she got discovered and like went solo and went to Pussycat
It's called
Dolls.
Pop Star, yeah. The group's called Pop Star.
Yes. Taraji auditioned for that too.
She did?
Yeah. Somebody found
I might have to look at that shit.
I was watching the auditions. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, what was that show? I just randomly was on YouTube watching the auditions, and it was like, oh my God, was that Taraji at so-and-so? So, yeah.
Let me see. I didn't know she could sing.
Look, they had a lot of people on there.
Let me see something.
Auditioning for that.
I remember this girl named Melissa Malinero. She's this white girl, and I always see her on them damn shows. She auditioned for she auditioned for Pussycat Dolls. She auditioned for Danity Kane. But yeah, like back to what I was saying about the black actresses though. Yeah, like they were saying, like, you know, they all see each other in audition at the same time, because like it's not very often that there's like a black female role that's offered for that year. It's usually only one movie that has like that black female role. You know what I'm saying? Versus like the white female. There's plenty of white female leading role movies that come out per year, but it's always just one or maybe two movies that have a black female lead opening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm glad that those things are changing, because I don't know, just for example, I was watching Sonic. You've seen the movie Sonic, right?
What, the cartoon?
Yeah. You know, they did the movie
recently. Live action?
Yeah, the live action movie of it.
No, I haven't seen it.
And the lead character, you know, there's Sonic, and then the lead human character, I forgot what his name is, but he's white, and his wife is black.
Oh, that black lady, what's her name?
She's also in
Mixed-ish. And she played in she's dark skinned, right?
Yes.
I know her name.
Let me look it up really quickly.
Ooh, it's killing me.
Sonic movie. Dang, because she's also Tika Sumpter.
Tika Sumpter. Mm-hmm.
So James Marsden, and then Tika Sumpter. And I was just like, when I was watching the movie, because I've watched it twice, and I was like, wow, just the fact that they had, you know, a black wife, it's just showing that, you know, movies are starting to realize we need more diversity. So things are changing slowly, and hopefully she got a good pay for it, because she was really good in it. But things are changing slowly. But you know, of course, we're gonna still complain.
Yeah, because they'll do that.
We deserve.
It was great to see a dark skinned black woman in that movie.
Exactly.
But usually when it comes to them having a black girl in the movie, or a black leading girl in the movie, she's always racially ambiguous, light skin, soft curl. You know what I mean? So that's
the fact
that's
they
also
use
problematic as well.
Yeah. So things are changing.
Nice, deep chocolate girl. Yep, that was refreshing. I didn't see the movie, but that was refreshing. Yeah. So there's another woman that I wanted to bring up with this same issue, and I know you didn't watch Mad TV, but it's this comedian named Deborah Wilson. You guys know her if you watch Mad TV. She was Mad TV, okay? And she talked about how she was underpaid, and actually she actually quit. I think she quit after the 8th season, or she quit when she found out that she was getting paid significantly less than someone that started after her, a white man that started after her, that didn't have the experience that she had. But then she quit after she tried to ask for she didn't even ask to get matched. She asked for a raise and still got denied, and she quit. So I'm gonna play this audio for you.
Not a matter of, well, you know, we need to negotiate Deborah's
Hold
contract.
on, sorry.
I recognize that there are people who came in after me. I was a tenured a cast member from the beginning, from pilot, and people were coming in after me making more than me. You know, white male cast members were coming in after me making more than me. I went, okay, can we talk about this? And the answer essentially was no.
Wow. Really?
So I'd hit essentially what I wanted to do and what I wanted to create on that show did not hit a glass ceiling. But when I was told that all the things you want to create and be on the show has a monetary value, and we don't value it as much as the new people coming in, that's when I left. It's not about just dollars and cents. It's devaluing, or what I felt was the devaluing of what I'm bringing to the table and can continue to bring to the This 8th season was not a matter of, well, you know, we need to negotiate Deborah's contract, or we're going to let her go, or, you know what, we're not thinking about bringing her back. Because at that point, when I started Mad TV, up until season 8, name another Black woman on the show. I'll stop you right there because you can't. I was the only Black woman. By that time, by season 8, they had changed white male cast members sometimes, Black male cast members, and white female cast members. I was still the only original Black woman on the show.
Right.
I had some value, and they're saying, yeah, but we're gonna not value the creative aspect of bringing you on and giving you money. However, we value you because so far we haven't seen other Black women who do what you do. Who the hell is that?
And and this Mad TV is a sketch comedy show. It's similar to like, you know, the Saturday Night Lives of it all. And this I want to hear what you have to say, but this also sparks my memory. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but Kenan Thompson, he's on SNL, and he actually had to speak up because they would have a lot of the Black men on the show dress up as women for like women characters, right? Instead of them hiring Black women on SNL, they would have the Black men be women for that sketch. They had Maya Rudolph. She's Black and she was on SNL, but you know, Maya Rudolph, she's like a light-skinned woman. I'm not taking anything away from her because Maya Rudolph is hilarious. She's very talented. She's hilarious, but you know, she's light-skinned and you know, she can't play every goddamn Black woman role on the damn sketch. You know what I'm saying? You have to have variety. So Kenan spoke up about that because Kenan said, look, I'm not wearing no more dresses. I'm not doing it no more. Hire somebody Black. So that's when they hired that girl, that woman, Shazir, her name is Shazir. Her name was Shazir something, Zameda or something like that. They hired her a few years ago. She was like the first Black woman they hired in a long time. She made like headlines for that. And she was like a brown girl with natural hair. It was like a big, like groundbreaking thing. Oh my God. Hired this Black woman, and after so many years, she's like the second Black woman ever, blah, 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 blah. Maya Rudolph was on there. Maya Rudolph's so damn light skinned. But anyway, she's the only Black woman on there. But yeah, and I think they started hiring more Black women on SNL as well. I haven't watched SNL in a long ass time. But yeah, like Kenan Thompson had to say, no, I'm not wearing no more fucking dresses. Hire Black women.
Wow.
Hire brown women. I'm not wearing no more fucking dresses for you. I'm not doing it.
That was very brave of him because he could have lost his job. Also unfortunate that like we still have to have those, the first Black doing this. The first, and it's just like, yo, like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about
Deborah
that.
Wilson went off.
Okay. I have mixed feelings about that because it's like, why now? Like, it always should have been a thing, but now
someone else always has to like put their foot down. Kenan had to say, I'm not.
Why is it that someone has to put their foot down for some type of change that happens?
They don't give a fuck because it doesn't affect them. That's why they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
it's privilege. Ain't no good reason that they didn't pay Deborah Wilson, a founding member of Mad TV. Fuck what you heard. A founding cast member. Like, she was on the pilot. And after she had to leave, you didn't hire no other Black woman ever? What the fuck? And then even after 8 seasons, you didn't hire another Black woman? What? It's tons of funny Black women they could have picked from. What are y'all talking about? So many.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
And then brought in someone that started after her, a white male, and paid him more than her. That was there since day one, a seasoned comedian. Huh?
Make it make sense.
Disgusting. And it's discouraging.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. I don't feel safe.
She said, I don't feel safe.
I don't. It's like humiliating almost. Seriously,
It
I feel
is.
like I feel like an
It's
alien or
very.
something. Are we aliens or something? Like, what is it?
I mean, no. I mean, we know what it is, but it's like we also have to look at the other side of things and realize that, you know, the fact that we have voices, the fact that we have platforms like Heard, we can talk about these things and you know, hopefully bring change. The change is happening, like, very quickly. I feel like of course, we know we're going to sit up here and, like, you know, be so bothered about all that's going on as Black people. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge the fact that, you know, the same amount of time that it took for us to be damaged is the same amount of time that it's going to take for all of us to rejuvenate and heal. We also need to acknowledge the fact that things are changing and a little fast, but we will have patience just as long as we keep having these conversations and speaking up on what we need to have for ourselves. We'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be fine. I can see it, like, literally, I can see the change happening, especially after what happened last year. I know I'm deviating off of the topic, but like
last year with what?
Last year of just all of the protests that were going on, and just like we had so much to say, and we did a lot. Like, I feel like before that time, it was mostly Twitter fingers to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of Twitter fingers going on. But last year, the fact that, you know, it was a pandemic and everyone was forced to look at the media and see what's really happening in our communities, it forced us to take action and speak up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the most change for our time happened in 2020. Like, we were nitpicking every little thing. Starbucks, Target, stop shopping at Target, stop buying at Maestro's.
Tommi, it was this video that went viral the other day, bitch, in Walmart when this white girl was on TikTok, and she showed the different shades of concealers and how the lighter shade concealer was, you know, just hanging there, and when it got to the darker shades, they put the damn security tag on it. Oh my god!
I see that at my local store too.
You see that? It should look. Oh my god!
Yep.
So does anyone say anything about that? I wonder if, like, the Walmart employees
have anything to say about that. But here's the thing, though.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing, though. The fact that somebody posted it just goes to show that things are changing. Okay. The fact that somebody said something about it and posted it and it went viral and it's a big topic that people are talking about, it shows that things are changing. Now, you know, doggone well, they're going to rip that off. They're gonna take off them security things on there. Last year, remember when, like, a whole bunch of brands were just I forgot what brand it was that where this one guy stepped down and they were like, oh, go and hire a black person to take my place. It was a lot of brands doing that.
It was I'm thinking you talking about the Cleveland show, or like the Family Guy, where like they had someone a white man voice Cleveland, a black character, and he was like, no, you know, I'm stepping down, you know, you guys need to hire a black voice for this black person.
Yeah, like the fact that all of that happened last year is just showing that people are starting to speak up on what is right.
I'm not giving credit to everyone being like truly fucking no,
you know, pro diversity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
That's all for my time. I'm so glad that you're my guest host. Oh my god. So that is all for my topics. Before I get to the shows and the music, did you have any topic that you wanted to discuss before I move on?
Right now, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay, if it pops out at you, you can just bring it up.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a couple of things on my list real quick. I know Tommy doesn't watch most of this, but I finally got all caught up on Snowfall, and I'm all caught up, and I saw everything, and I was so in love with Franklin. So Franklin, I think he's from London. This London actor named Damson. Let me Google his last name. I forget his last name. He is so fine, girl. I'm really into chocolate right now. I had a light skin phase in college, but I'm really into chocolate right now. Oh, I love his accent too. His name is scroll down. His name is Damson Idris. And he is yes, he's from London, but he does a Cali accent perfectly. Of course they do. They're all good at all these UK actors are so good at American accents. But yeah, so he is great at his American Cali accent specifically. I love the show. I love the storyline. And honestly, even though I have this deep love, I'm in love with him. I really feel like he's the main character. I'm just not rooting for him. I think he's just such a bad person. He's just a bad person.
As the character?
Yeah, the character. Yeah, his character is this essentially overall, he's just a bad person.
Okay, so I watched the first episode today.
Okay.
And I realized that I have seen Snowfall because I'm looking at it. I'm like, I remember all of this. Why I didn't know I was watching Snowfall, but apparently I think I've watched 2 episodes of it, and I don't know too much about him because what's the third season? Is this the third season? Or second?
Fourth season.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know how his personality has changed over time, but just from watching it, I can tell he's about to get into some real shit.
Oh yeah, it's some real shit. It's some real fucking shit.
When I saw that mountain of cocaine.
Oh yes.
I said, "Oh, this the type."
I love it that it's in the 80s.
This is the type of show
I
we
love
watch.
the nostalgia.
Yeah, I loved when I saw the first scene. Of them outside and the kids stealing the candy and everything. Mm-hmm. I loved the filter that they used for it. I was just like, yo, this is definitely giving 1980s.
Yeah, I love it.
Nostalgia. Yeah, I love films and shows like that. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Chocolate, yes, but he's a horrible person. Horrible.
Dang.
Yes. So,
but that's weird because in the first episode, it seemed like he's a
yeah. No, he's a good person, but as time goes on, he does bad shit. And then just him. Okay, so it's about the whole cocaine epidemic in the 1980s, and just him being a drug dealer and seeing what it does to the community, and him still doing it because he wants to be rich, and him just still doing it. That in itself is a bad thing.
Wow.
It's just bad. You're a bad person.
I have to see it.
You see these crackheads all around you, and you're still selling it because you want to be rich. You know what I mean? Even though, this is the thing though. Even though he could think of it in a way as okay, if it's not him, it's gonna be some white guy doing it somehow. Because they already filter in all the weapons in the hood, and they already fucking set us up for failure any fucking way. But I don't know. But it's still just him doing it is fucked up. You're a fucked up person for that. Anyway, yeah, and him, and then of course him being a murderer and things like that. Yeah, that's kind of.
Oh wow! Yeah, he becomes a murderer. Okay.
Yeah,
I have to see it.
Yes. So next on my list, Michael B. Jordan has a movie coming out on Amazon Prime called Without Remorse, starring him and Lauren London. So Michael B. Jordan is a former Navy SEAL turned CIA operative. He seeks, this is from Google, guys. He seeks revenge after his girlfriend is killed by a Baltimore drug lord. So they raid, in the trailer, they raid his house and end up killing his pregnant girlfriend or whatever, played by Lauren London. And the whole movie is about him seeking revenge. So it's an action thriller. And I will be tuned in on Amazon Prime. My payment has already been submitted. And love me some Michael B. Jordan. He's fine as fuck. And I told y'all niggas that Michael B. Jordan is a certain caliber of nigga because last episode, Tommy, we got to get these niggas together because they keep fucking trashing Lori Harvey for minding her damn business and being a bad bitch and dating people and minding her fucking business. And them just being jealous that they could never get a bitch like Lori Harvey and how Lori Harvey dates niggas like Michael B. fucking Jordan. A high caliber ass nigga. And that's what he is, period.
Let me say, first of all, I love me some Michael B. Jordan.
I hate how he be in DC and don't be telling nobody.
I noticed that too. I had this crush on him, and I love me some Lori Harvey.
Yeah,
so when I found out that they were dating, I was just like, dang, this is so bittersweet, because I just always thought that, like, you know, when I become this big star and I come across Michael B. Jordan, like, he's gonna fall in love with me and we're gonna get married and have some kids. And
I want to interview him.
And then when I saw him with Lori, I was just like, oh God, this is so awkward, because that's my homegirl. Now it's like girl code. I feel like it's girl code, because I feel like I already am friends with Lori Harvey. I love me some Lori Harvey. So, but Lori Harvey is a baddie and she can do what she wants. And I don't care what anyone has to say about who she's dating and how she maneuvers in her life, because she is young and she can be selfish and do whatever she wants and date whoever she wants. And let's be honest, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey are a perfect match, honestly, to me.
They are. They're very aesthetically pleasing.
Very pleasing. And I feel like, you know, people are so annoyed, like, oh, all these pictures, oh, they're calling each other Turtle and Nugget. And it's like, y'all are bitter and tired and need some I'm
mad at
to y'all, like,
old ass. I'm mad at the men saying stuff about Harvey. Men speaking on women's business. Let me tell you
something about Boosie. I stopped listening to what he had to say when he had his kid.
Yes. Speak on it.
Them strippers twerking on his kid and saying that he you know, hires strippers to do things on his kid. That's disgusting. That's I don't even know what the proper terminology that is. I can't come up with the word right now, but it's, to me, it's despicable. It's disgusting. And I don't want to hear what anything he has to say, because at this point, everything that he has to say out his mouth is rude and just despicable to me. So if he had something to say about Lori Harvey, I'm not even hearing it, because who is he? Who are you? But back onto the movie, Lauren London.
I'm really happy.
Remember,
to see her
there was that
again.
Big speculation that Lauren London was pregnant.
It was probably because of that movie.
And she had to speak out about it. Like, yo, like, why the F would y'all do that? This, that, and the third. But that's why it made sense, because maybe someone saw her pregnant, you know, with the fake baby bump, and they put out this rumor saying she was pregnant. But no, it was for the movie, dumbass.
You see how shit spreads?
Yeah.
I wonder if it was somebody on the set that said some shit and spread it or something.
I think so. I'm thinking
a game
so,
of
because
telephone.
let's be honest, we knew nothing about this movie.
Yeah, until the trailer came out.
That non-disclosure was really tight.
I'm glad that she's working again, though. And I think that I never watched that show. It's a show called Games People Play on BET. I never watched it, but I know that she was one of the cast members. But I think that they're actually filming season 2 now, or the new season. I don't know if she's going to be on it, but I know that they're filming that season, so she probably will be on it, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just glad to see her working again, though.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Yeah, because she, you know, life must go on, you know.
Yeah.
And then real quick though, I don't know if you watch Basketball Wives, but real quick, do you know anything about how there was like a colorism issue that came up like a year and a half ago? Well, if you don't know about it, I'm gonna say this real quick. So the whole thing with OG and like her claiming that they're color, like Shawnee and Evelyn and all of them are colorists. So last year or the year before last, me and Taylor spoke on this really heavily. And we spoke about how, like, you know, Shawnee showed favoritism towards Evelyn, of course, because they're close friends. But my whole thing of when it came to the colorism, I definitely leaned towards that because, you know, OG, she's African, she's Nigerian, I believe. So she has like, you know, sometimes, you know, she has like strong African features, if you will. And then also, you know, so, and also she was a football player. She was a female football player. So she was athletic and, you know, she was muscular and things like that. So, you know, I guess some of the women were threatened by her when it came to like when they would get to altercations and stuff like that. Like, you know, if she says she's gonna beat your ass, you believe her type shit. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
But the whole thing with that was just fast forwarding. The whole thing with that, you know, she got into it with Evelyn and it was a whole thing about, oh, Ojo Cinco wanted me and I'm your favorite athlete's favorite athlete, whatever the fuck she said. You know, when I was speaking on this in my podcast, I was leaning towards the colorism because a lot of the things that they said about OG, you know, they talked about her looks and things like that. But then what really stood out to me was that they called her like aggressive. They would say things like aggressive and angry. And mind you,
I did hear about
Evelyn
that.
mind you, Evelyn has been on Basketball Wives for years. I remember Evelyn being on there when I was in like middle school, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, we know Evelyn for like being aggressive and angry and confrontational and very problematic. We know that Evelyn has thrown fucking whole ass bottles at people, climbed on tables, threatened people, tried to fight people, all those things. But you know, Shawnee never said, "Oh, Evelyn, you're being aggressive. You're being. I'm so scared. I'm threatened." Da 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 da. But when it came to OG, you know, she didn't do the same thing, the same things as Evelyn did when it came to like the actual actions of it. But OG would say, "Oh, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna fuck you up." You know, she would say things like that, but she would never like act on it. But they would call her angry and aggressive and you're this and you're that, you know what I mean? So that's why I leaned towards the whole colorism aspect of it, like, oh, they must be colorists, they must be whatever, because Evelyn, this light-skinned
subconsciously,
you know what I mean? That's why I lean towards that. But watching this new season is a bit boring, I will say that. But I will say this, watching the new season so far, I'm like, maybe it's not about colorism. Maybe it is just solely on Shawnee just favoring Evelyn because Evelyn's her best friend. You know what I mean? But I said maybe because then again, because people love to bring up, oh, well, Jennifer's brown skin and Kristen is brown skin. But the thing with Jennifer and Kristen, they have very Eurocentric features. Like Kristen is dark skinned, but she has the skinny nose, the soft curly hair, the baby hairs, that whole thing. She has like a mixed look to her. You know what I mean? So does Jennifer. Jennifer has a pointy nose, whatever the fuck. So that doesn't really work when it comes to colorism. You know what I mean? But I am starting to think that it is just solely just Shawnee just favoring Evelyn because Evelyn is her friend and Evelyn is like a veteran in the cast or whatever, you know? So yeah. And then also I've been watching some blogs and stuff, and like if you Google OG Basketball Wives and see how she looks, like her looks have been a topic of conversation for the past like year and a half, ever since she had that whole altercation with Evelyn. And so people were trying to say like, like, why do you think that she's ugly? Is she ugly because she has big nose and big lip? Is she ugly because she has strong African features? Like, why do you think that she's ugly? That was the whole thing of like that's the whole discussion piece when it comes to her looks, you know? But then some people are saying, I don't care if she's African. She's just ugly because she's ugly. Or like, they'll say things like, oh, she's just hard to look at. You know what I'm saying?
That's so rude.
That's kind of like a back and forth with me as well. It's like, okay, y'all think she's ugly because she's African looking, or y'all think that she's ugly because she's just ugly, you know?
But that's the whole thing. What is considered to be ugly?
Exactly. You can go in many ways. Like I said before, early on in the show, about how like, oh, what makes Megan Thee Stallion not good for this position? You know what I mean? It's just what makes you think that things are ugly. What is why do you have this certain standard of beauty? You know what I mean? So did you Google her? And I don't want to really talk too much about her looks because honestly, like me, just
What's
watching like
again?
the reactions, just type in OG Basketball Wives, you'll see her pictures and stuff. But like I don't really want to talk too much about her looks too much because I just feel like watching those blogs about talking about her looks and stuff is just really like, it hurts my feelings a bit because like she's still a person and y'all are just sitting there calling her ugly because she's hard to look at. Like that's fucked up to say. But
she's not ugly.
Yeah, I don't think she's ugly either, but they just don't like the way she looks. Yeah.
It's definitely because she doesn't have European features. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But her thing is, like, she's saying, like, she's getting bad treatment because the girls are just colorist or whatever. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for the shows for me. And I'm going to move on to the music. And this is Friday night. So, a lot of music came out today and last night as well. Did you want to start off the music, or did you want me to start off the music and you can just, I don't know if you had any music that you wanted to talk about.
Did you see the video I sent you?
No, but before you sent me that video, I saw the clip already on her hairstylist page. So I saw her like dancing and stuff in the grass.
Girl, so SZA released the music video to Good Days. And the only reason why I knew about it was because one of my followers posted and said they didn't like the visuals, but like they loved the song. So I was like, hold on, wait a minute. SZA released the visual that people don't like. So I definitely clicked on it. And it was definitely different. But then again, it still was on brand with who she is and what, she's dancing, like she's surrounded by mushrooms. Mm-hmm. So in the beginning of the video, she's basically looked like she's sleeping, but really looked like she was on some shrooms, and like you could see the shrooms and you could see an open book. Right, you see an open book and the shrooms are on top of the open book, and she fell asleep. So now she's dreaming, and now she's in this garden, and there's mushrooms surrounding her, and she's actually a mushroom. But like she's dancing, like when I tell you she's dancing, honey, she's doing some contemporary hip hop dancing. Like I loved it because that's the type of dance I used to do. But then there's also other scenes, her on a stripper pole, and she's reading a book while she's on the stripper pole in a library. So it's like, I can see how some people wouldn't like it, but it's very abstract as SZA is. You know what I mean? So it's like a hit or miss for some people. And also the teaser is that other song that's been going viral that she never released. Remember that, that song that was on TikTok everywhere?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so there's this song that's unreleased SZA song that's been going viral on TikTok because this one kid that's 17 from DC, he did a dance to it, and like now everybody is doing the dance or whatever. So she finally released a snippet of the video on Good Days. So I was very happy about that. And girl, it's another stripper pole, but the stripper pole is at the gas station.
She loves the pole. She loves the pole. She loves it.
I love SZA. I'm excited for SZA. I don't know. She's just effortless for me.
Yeah. And people need to stop wanting like fucking standard ass fucking videos. Like let them be abstract sometimes. Let them be artistic sometimes. People were mad about her.
Nobody
remember that video she had for The Weeknd. Solange directed it, and of course, like if Solange directs something, I know it's gonna be some Solange ass shit. So
get over it.
It.
And stop being average and go off the grain and just try to like something else. Like I honestly think SZA doesn't do anything wrong as far as visuals for me. Oh my gosh, but hold on. Speaking on SZA, there was this Twitter thread going around about SZA. I think the thread was called "All of the Times That SZA Lied." Oh, you didn't see that on Twitter?
No.
Girl, I have to send
People are bullies.
Let me tell, but it was true though. It was partially true. SZA lying or something like that. SZA lying thread. Dang. But yeah, basically it was going into things how she lied about how her hair, back then she had the big curly hair, and she said that was her hair when really it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
how
damn.
she had saying her freckles were real when really they weren't.
Oh.
People going into saying how she doesn't like to eat cake, but then there was a picture or a video of her eating cake. I just felt like it was very, very, very petty.
People
very
petty as hell.
Petty. And somebody was saying like, oh, well, it's just adding personality to the artist. And they were just like, well, SZA is herself. Like, so no, y'all just trying to cover up for her. She's a liar and all of this.
She's a liar.
Oh, I found a thread. Let me send this to you, girl.
Fucking look at it, bitch. Y'all crazy.
Man.
Y'all really be bullying niggas out here. Y'all look crazy.
Girl, why did I just see? Goodness, I'm not even going.
But
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look at it.
I didn't like that because first of all, why y'all coming for SZA like that? She like, I feel like every artist has that thing that they use to spice up their story. You know what I mean? Like even on American Idol, like their story has to be very dramatic.
All
and
them damn stories, X Factor,
yeah,
all them damn
so
stories.
like,
they all got some sob story about
like
them.
They're all little like it's like I feel like SZA's situation was not that deep for them to go into a whole thread and for them to bash her like that. It was just unnecessary.
Okay. Is that all on your list?
What's another thing? Oh, you already know what I'm about to talk about.
What? Oh, the Silk Sonic?
No. If we're talking about music, right?
Yeah.
You already know I'm gonna talk about my girl Justine Skye.
Oh yeah, go ahead, get it off. Go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing.
I feel like y'all need to stop sleeping on Justine Skye because I feel like she's another artist that has been trying to find herself. I feel like she's another artist that, she's been with different labels and they really didn't know what to do with her kind of sound. I know a lot of people may find her boring. Not gonna say any names. But I will say that from what I'm seeing right now, ever since she became independent and started working with Timbaland, I feel like there's been a glow with her, and I'm really excited to see what she does with this whole Intruded. Like the song is called Intruded. And she put out a whole film, and girl, the visuals.
I saw the visual. It was good.
Girl, the visuals, it was given. And the snippets that I heard, honey, you got Justin Timberlake on the of a flip of an Aaliyah song. I'm excited for it. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm like, it's not a lot of, not a lot of music as far as R&B or alternative R&B coming out right now. So it's like, I'm excited for this.
Yeah, Solange had her 2-year anniversary of When I Get Home. When I Get Home was released. Yeah, and that just brought back so many memories because she really, that visual to that whole album, girl, that was just amazing.
Girl,
oh, I love when she releases music. Oh, I love it.
Did you hear Chloe and Halle's deluxe album of Ungodly Hour?
It's out?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard it yet. I'm gonna listen to it when I get off.
I'm gonna have to listen to it too. But
there's new songs on it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even the artwork cover is different.
Oh, I gotta see that. All right, I'm going on Spotify.
Yeah.
But anywho.
But the video Ungodly Hour, what did you think about it?
It was cool.
I loved it. They just don't miss.
It was cool.
They just don't miss.
I love the looks. I love the looks a lot. The very artistic, bold looks that they had going on. I liked it. I fucked with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what video kind of disappointed me a little bit?
What?
Summer Walker's video.
Yeah, it did. Like we waited all this time for this.
Yeah.
But the song was so damn good. I didn't care that much. But I'm like,
yeah. I don't know what it
Well,
was.
you still making because she had released another project after that too. A project, I think it had like 3 or 4 songs on it, and it had because she has her own record label now called Ghetto Earth Records, and she signed this guy named No One or Noah One or something like that, and she released like an EP with like 4 songs on it and stuff. So
wait, so she's not with what are they called? The same label that signed Black and
I don't know. She might be, but she has her own record label now though. It's called Ghetto Earth.
interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I understand that she's pregnant and everything. She's probably using this time to just be in tune with herself and cater to her baby. But still, I needed visuals. That wasn't.
Yeah, because if it wasn't, just don't give it to me. I don't think anyone asked for it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone. I mean, really asked for it, and it wasn't grand for me. I love her though.
Yeah,
I love her though.
Yeah, she makes really good fucking music. But anywho, so a lot of things were released. And Drake released a 3-pack, Scary Hours 2. Niggas was mad about that damn Certified Lover Boy not being out yet, but he released a little 3-pack. I loved it. I listened to it this morning. It's very motivating, especially the first song.
Oh wow, I have to listen to it.
Yes, and everyone loves that damn Lemon Pepper freestyle with him and Rick Ross on it too. So,
ooh,
yeah,
I love some Rick Ross.
Yeah,
he's in the Coming to America movie.
Yeah, I watched it today. I think I.
Oh, you did?
I watched the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight. That was his house.
Oh no,
that was Rick Ross's house.
Oh, I thought they shot the movie at Tyler Perry Studios.
Well, there was a portion of it that was in the estate, like the house, the mansion. That was Rick Ross's house.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. I know that's right.
They paid him a good bread.
I know that's right. That Amazon check or whatever production company it was.
Yeah,
got that. Oh
what
shit.
What did you think about it? What did you think about the movie?
Honestly, I liked it, but there was some mixed reviews. But I liked it for what it was. Honestly, people want to watch sequels and freaking want to watch sequels and want to see the first movie. No, it's a sequel, so it's going to be different.
I heard that DeVito was actually in it. That's exciting.
He was in it. He performed.
Burna Boy's on the theme song with John Legend, with Nile Rodgers. That's exciting. Because I love me some Burna Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's good. I'm gonna definitely watch that.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I liked it a lot. I liked it. I didn't give a fuck. And they had like the original characters in there too, and like they had like Tracy Morgan in there, and like a lot of other like familiar faces from that era. Yeah. But anywho, back to the music. So Bruno Mars and Andrew
Anderson .Paak.
They is it Pac or Pack?
I thought it was Pack.
Anderson .Paak. They released a single to their project called Silk. Well, their duo name is called Silk Sonic, and when they released the first single to their project called, what's it called? Let Me In or hold on. It's called Leave the Door Open. Honestly, when I first saw this cover art of Bruno and Anderson .Paak, I was like, oh, I didn't know I needed this. I didn't know I like this, and I love the song. The song is amazing. The video is amazing. I'm like, I didn't know I needed this. Is a perfect duo too. Perfect, freaking perfect.
I saw a snippet of the lives. I guess them performing it. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to hear the actual song.
Was open, the tour. If they did a joint fucking Silk Sonic tour, that would have been great. That would have been so freaking cool. Wow. Anywho, and then the last on my musical list, real quick, is I was gonna bring up Day Sulan, but I'll bring it up next episode. I don't even fuss with my right now.
But did you ever listen to Jasmine Sullivan's project?
Not the whole thing.
Just girl. Hold on, wait a minute. You need to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, I will one day, but it's just like you know how I feel about R&B. I can't listen to it too long. I get like real emotional.
Really?
But anywho, yeah, I really do. I really fucking do. But anywho, the last on my music list is Dawn Richard. Are you into Dawn?
No, I don't know who that is.
Whoa. You don't know who Dawn Richard is?
Nope.
Whoa. I'm shocked. She was in Danity Kane. She competed on
Oh,
like,
girl.
You gotta know Dawn.
Wait a minute.
Dawn Richard.
Oh, girl. I
like,
always
what?
thought her name was Dawn Richard. So when you said Dawn Richard,
she's in Louisiana.
I was like, huh?
She said it's pronounced Richard. She says it's pronounced Richard, so I say Richard now.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's still doing her thing independently, honestly, and I admire her for that. Even though she's still fucking grossly underrated, she's still doing her fucking thing. She released 2 singles, so I guess it's like an upcoming project coming out. She has a project coming out April, next month. It's called Second Line. But yeah, so she released 2 singles, two visuals, Busted for Me and Pilot. They're both on YouTube. The choreography is amazing, the shots are amazing, the wardrobe is amazing, very high fashion, very abstract, very much Dawn. She's giving you choreography and vocal per usual. So there you go.
That's good.
Yeah. And that's
how do you feel about Giveon?
I haven't gotten into him yet.
Really?
I haven't gotten into him yet.
I feel like he's gonna break out and he already is breaking out, but I feel like he's refreshing.
I know he has a really deep voice, a really deep singing voice.
Yeah, it's just different. Like when the fact that we, we're always saying, oh, everybody sound the same. I will say in R&B, I'm hearing variety. You know what I'm saying? At least I'm hearing variety. I may not like everything, but between, Jasmine Sullivan, Summer Walker, her, Giveon, it's just so many different type of artists in R&B.
Yeah. And I'm like, y'all bothered by hip hop and shit like that.
Victoria
like,
Monet. How dare I not mention Victoria Monet? Girl. That FUCK song. Oh my gosh.
These damn pop girls all sound the goddamn same. I'm like, who am I listening to? Because I love pop music, but I'm like, who am I listening to? Because I'm like, whoa, who is this again? This not BB Rexa, this somebody else. Like I don't know who I'm listening to nowadays when it comes to these pop girls. But anywho, that's all for me. I don't know if you had any more strays left that you wanted to bring up, but it's getting kind of late. It's a lengthy episode. Good Lord. But anywho,
we have so much to say.
I know. Thank you so much again for being a guest host. Hopefully Taylor will be back next week. But if she's not, I would love for you to be on again.
Yeah, I'm definitely available.
Okay. Yes. Anywho, thank you guys for listening to episode 88 of Heard the Podcast. Make sure you guys follow Heard the Podcast on Instagram and Twitter at Heard the Podcast, HERD the podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, HER_D the podcast on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, share it, support us on Anchor. The link is in the description on any podcast platform. The podcast platform that you're listening to us on right now. If you listen to us on YouTube right now, it's in the description box below. And all right, thank you again, Tommi. Make sure let them know where they can find you at again.
You guys can find me on my Instagram at TOMMI.music or on my website at TommiMusic.com. Thank you so much for having me. It's been awesome. You always know it's fun having these debates with you.
No, girl.
We do this on the regular.
We're both so strong. Willed and strong-minded. It's so much fun. Yeah. So anyway, y'all. Thanks, guys, for listening, and bye.
Bye.